In the top left, as the blue Terran, it's uThermal. And in the bottom right, as the red Protoss, it's Parting. uThermal, going for a Reaper expand, Parting. Gonna block off the Reaper jump spot. Mine and gas, the single probe, rallying the second in there. This is the semifinals. So one of these players going to be moving on to the grand finals, where they will receive at least 5 ESL Pro Tour points. Oh, accidental building there from uThermal. It's going to go into CC. Chrono boost on the Adept. For Parting, means it will be out in time to meet the Reaper. However, Parting going for a proxy play. Stargate thrown down at the proxy pylon. uThermal going to be slightly delayed with the CC thanks to the fact, well, first of all, that he built the wrong building and then had to cancel it. But secondly, it's off center thanks to the probe block. So he's going to get it up, have to lift it off the ground and drop it in the correct location. Adept moving forward. Parting Adepts are very deadly. You should fear them. Shade is going to block the CC from landing. We've seen him kill Terrans with this first Adept before. Last week in the Americas Open, actually. Oh, uThermal lowers the supply depot, and the Adept is gonna take down the Hellion, it looks like. Run away! Run away, Hellion! Don't stop! Chase your dreams! 2 Marines damaged, as well as the Hellion before the Adept goes down. But here comes the Oracle, and these Marines are already softened up. Three SCVs on the kill count so far, and fourth one goes down to 1 HP before the Oracle runs out of energy. Second Oracle comes in to finish what the first one started, though. However, Cyclone is here, so Parting needs to be very careful. It's going to save it before any hull damage takes place. Probably go in when this one regenerates a little bit. In the meantime, uThermal pokes out. It's going to get shot down. This Hellion gonna have a little bit more success. Will hit the probe line. For them going to engage. That 1 health Hellion. Twilight Council is finished up for Parting. uThermal got a total scout on this, but I mean, Hey, you scouted the Twilight Council and a PVT. Imagine that. Blink being chrono boosted out. Oracle's patrolling. They be patrolling. They hating. Gonna get Revelation cast on those Terran buildings. Siege tank here to defend for uThermal. So, I don't know if you guys caught what happened there. So when you cast Revelation, it gives you vision of your opponent's units. Parting using that to blink to the high ground. Not gonna get too much done though. That was a brilliant play. So what Parting did there is he dropped a stasis ward. It didn't matter what unit got caught in there, if it was a lot or a little. uThermal going to be delayed on his CC. Behind this charge, almost finishing up. +2 started. This Parting goes up to 5 base against the Terrans 3. Parting also ahead, 11 workers here. Eight gates on the way for Parting. uThermal, I think, might be dead and just not know it. It's not that uThermal can't win. It's going to be very difficult. Parting took a risk with the double expand, with pumping out these workers, and he's down in army supply for now, but with this 5 base economy, he's about to skyrocket. He's gonna max out very quickly. He has 8 gates thrown down behind this. Oh, there's the warp gates. Seven zealots coming in. +2 about to finish. Warp prism halfway done. Thor's getting picked off. Charge lots closing in. Gonna get a wraparound. Still plenty of stalkers on the ground here. And remember, Parting can afford to replace all this, like, really quickly. He has a lot of production on the ground. GG's called. Parting takes game number 1. In the bottom right, as the blue Terran, it's uThermal. And in the top left, as the red Protoss, it's Parting. Parting up 1-0, taking game number 1 in very convincing fashion. He was just all over uThermal from the very first Adept. Parting's looking around for proxies. uThermal opening standard though. Parting already delaying the CC. This time, uThermal will be able to build it on location though. Thermi, sending out the Reaper. Adept is on time, so Thermal shouldn't do too much, if any, damage. Will he get the probe kill? No, he can't risk it. But he's still gonna lose the Reaper. Is he though? No, no, no. Tap it with the probe. Tap it with the probe. Oh. Yeah, the Reaper will get out of here. Really close call there for uThermal. Not getting any kills. Parting, going for the Stargate. It's a trap. Should be able to slide out here. It will. Thermal sneaks a Hellion into the main. 2 probe kills, 3 probe kills. That is a Chad Phoenix. Nicely played there from Parting. Robo thrown down for Parting as well. uThermal going for Cloak. Parting gonna go on the attack with these 2 Phoenix. Cyclone and Battalion of Marines ready to meet them. Robotics Bay going down for Parting as he continues Phoenix production. Adapt. Gonna sit there, delay any attempted third CC by uThermal. One Phoenix goes down. Third CC is about halfway done here for Thermi. Parting getting his own third Nexus. Banshee gonna pick off another couple probes. I believe the total probe death count is like around 5 now for uThermal. This game is going a lot better than the last one. Parting finally picks it off with the Observer popping out, but not before it kills 8 workers. uThermal trying to launch an attack here, but I think Parting has enough. He's going to hold it. Down goes the first tank. Down goes the second. This Banshee Harass is doing significant damage to Parting here. Thermi up 18 workers currently. Parting gonna YOLO into the third. And I think he might break it here, actually. Oh, Marine's coming in from the back. This is too much. Parting can't engage this. Or can he? No, he can't. Depth shades into the net. 10 SCVs have been picked off. However, Parting's in dire straits. He's still down 8 workers. He's heavily down in army supply. Armor, an extended thermal lance on the way for the Protoss. Parting already ahead in upgrades. He has +1 on the field. Colossus in production. Terran about to finish +1 weapon attack as well as +1 armor. And Marauder slow. Going to put him in the upgrade lead for a little while. uThermal sieging at the third. Parting gonna do his best to defend, but he can only use the tools he has to work with. And 2 Colossi pretty good, enough to scare off uThermal, but I don't think they will be once these reinforcements group up with the main army. Six more probes go down. uThermal coming in from all angles. But Parting pushing back, getting a lift on the tanks. Bio is spread out to try and mitigate the splash damage from the Colossi. Marauder's trying to snipe the Colossi. It's not... God, this hero Marauder. No, it's a zero Marauder. And I think Parting's gonna hold. He's in very bad... Oh, no, he's not. Never mind. GG. As uThermal evens up the score 1-1. In the bottom left, as the blue toss. Oh my god. Sorry. Bit fatigued at this point. Alright. In the bottom left, as the blue Terran, it's uThermal. And in the top right, as the red toss, it's parting. Nothing unusual from either player. Parting. Scouting with the probe. Making sure he's not being proxied. Maybe gonna drop a proxy himself. uThermal going for a Reaper expand. Parting, chrono boosting out an adept. uThermal scouting around himself for proxies. That's quite the journey for that little SCV. The Adept versus Reaper battle has begun. Parting has the better of it. I think the Reaper dies. One more, down it goes. Parting going on the counter attack with his Adept. Bunker at the front with one Marine to try and deflect. He's gonna shade past uThermal. Gets the depots up in time. Parting still lets it complete. And he's just gonna engage with these Marines. The Adept will die though. Armor Parting does take out one of them. Robo Gate. Poor Hellion. Blink's finished. If uThermal was paying attention, I mean, that's a free scout for him that Blink's finished, but who knows? BC about halfway done here for uThermal. This is a little bit of an odd play in the TVP matchup. But it can work. It absolutely can work. We'll see how it does. Parting going into Colossi. extended thermal lance on the way as well. Third CC, about halfway done. Here for thermostat. uThermal, liquid thermi. He's going for a marine tank push. Parting has his third, about 3/4 of the way done. The goal of the Terran is to get a kill on that third. The battle cruiser is done, the second one about halfway finished. Parting has a significant amount of blink stalkers. However, how's he going to deal with the battle cruiser and this push from uThermal? He's only at 26 army supply to the 41 of his opponent. BC almost finished. The initial one is going to slow walk it over. So a little bit of a delay here. Shield's gone off the Nexus. uThermal not going to give up this spot easily. Building a bunker. The blink forward on the tanks. But there's the double blink from the battle cruisers. And Parting is not left with enough to deal with this. It's a trap. uThermal takes down the third Nexus. Parting on the retreat, going all the way back to the nav. uThermal pushing forward, tapping onto the robo. It's gonna take it down. Is he though? A lot of the Marines dying, but one of the BCs still at pretty high health. One of them does get picked. Parting is gonna hold for now. He's trying to regain this third Nexus. And, I mean, Parting didn't take too much worker damage. I think Parting's going to be totally okay. This was a really nice trap from uThermal, but it just didn't work out. He's not going to commit to the battle cruisers any further. No Yamato cannon, anything like that. He's starting up stim, combat shields +1, and armor. Parting just calmly retakes his third. Ooh, boy. BC blinks home here for uThermal. It's gonna get repaired. There it is. BC is going to clean this up, or at least force it away. That's a brave Marine right there. That's a hero Marine. That's a big Gabe. Alright, Stalker's trying to deal with the battle cruiser while the Colossi deal with the units on the ground. Thermal needs to get a repair off on the BC before the Blink Stalkers catch up. Thermal trying to defend. He's lost a couple add-ons already. The tank gets picked off. Only a couple Marauders on the ground, but they did their job. They picked off the Stalkers. However, another warp in from Parting. I think Parting has this. BC down below half health. Blink forward. Tank goes down. Down goes the bio. GG is called. And Parting takes the series 2-1. Moving on to the ESL Pro Tour America's Cup #4 Grand